What up, y'all? Today is Monday, and I've decided to do something new. Well, as you can see, I've decided to do a couple of things new, but we're gonna talk about all of them here in a second. Let's be real with D-Red. What up? What up? What up, y'all? Welcome to another Be Real with D-Real, where edutainment is what I do. And even with less facial hair, edutainment is still what I do. Yeah, I decided to do something a little different this weekend. I decided, hey, why don't I shave the facial hair and see what happens? I kind of like it and I kind of don't like it. I think I think I might be cool with like maybe like a 5 o'clock shadow type thing going on all around and just and just keep it really low. Um, Working on some things. But what I want to talk about today, um, well, before I start talking about it, let me do the usual. If you digging what I'm shoveling, put some dirt in my bucket. Comment, like, and subscribe to the Be Real with D Real page so we can grow together. And in that spirit, what I want to talk about is kind of like about growth. It's just where I am. Oftentimes, I find myself referring back to the X-Men, um, and the dynamics of the X-Men, where not just that Malcolm X and Martin Luther King are the archetypes for Magneto and Professor X. Not just that the rise of the civil rights movement is around the time when the X-Men came into being, based on mutants being a code word for Black people. It took a lot of folks a while to realize that. But what I found out, um, well, I ain't found it out, but I just folks thrive on negativity, and not just negativity in general, negative issues, negative things going on. Okay. And I noticed that a lot of times uh we don't even think about it. We just it's a natural reflex to engage in negativity. What do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? For example, say your favorite sports team, they get whooped. They don't win over the weekend. Yeah. Um, it's natural for people, haters, who want them to not be successful, to say disparaging things to them, to tell people who think they are fans that they're not fans, and to tell fans who are fans that they're not fans, just to keep that dynamic of opposition going. Friendly competition is one thing. A little bit of ribbon and trash talking is one thing, but when we go down deep and we start messing with folks internally about what makes them tick and what makes them happy, what brings them joy, that kind of a thing, I find negativity is just something that naturally gets thrived on. Mugs, just even in my own, on my videos, on my own posts, I notice the videos that I do that get the highest views are the ones about polarizing subjects, are the ones about potentially negative subjects. I notice a lot, like for instance, the video of mine that got the most views was about Sha'Carri Richardson, of all people. And not to say that I'm talking negative about Sha'Carri, but in the comments, folks was roasting her. They were going in on her. And like I said before, I'm not going to speak on her no more. I just used it as an example to say we thrive on negativity. We ought to not thrive on negativity. Everything we see, everything we hear, if it's not positive to our well-being, if it doesn't drop down in our spirit and leave a happy feeling, do we need to continue pursuing that? You know, like I said, with the X-Men, you always get these dueling mindsets. You know, there are people who say, oh, you know, like Wolverine, we need to go out there and cut everybody. You know, Professor X is like, no, we shouldn't do that. And then Magneto's like, why shouldn't we? Their natural instinct is to hurt us and to kill us and to prey upon us. Why can't we just start being proactive? They've shown us who they are. You know, and you have that same kind of dynamic in reality. I mean, that was some stuff that was dead on. You just want to keep picking and poking and prying at me because you know I can't do anything about it, or you think I can't do anything about it. Malcolm X, brother Malcolm X, I love him so much. The ancestors' words always echo through the generations for me, so that I can feed on it. And one of the quotes that Malcolm X is known for stating is, he said, if you're not careful, the newspaper, and the word newspaper can be very easily replaced with media or social media, because that's what he was referring to, media in general, but newspaper and television, them was the only forms of media at the time. If you're not careful, the newspaper will have you hating the people being oppressed and loving the people doing the oppressing. Never is that more prevalent in this day and age. The line between the oppressor and the oppressed has become so blurred that we don't even pay attention to it anymore. It just boils down to negative and positive. Are you the negative influence in this scenario? Are you the positive influence in this scenario? And even some cases, when you're the positive influence in the scenario, folks still don't give you no act right. Just like these kids out here in Lathrop, Kansas, with this little racist poster, that they put up. And for me, when I see things like that, I automatically apply what I call the cockroach rule. For every one you see, there's about 1,000 that you don't. So don't get in an uproar and in your feelings about the negativity before you. Negativity can be placed in front of you. Bad situations can be placed in front of you. Social media clickbait and things like that can be placed in front of you. It's your choice whether you choose to allow it to occupy space in your head or not. Y'all feel me? You know what I'm saying? Be like Professor X and concentrate. Concentrate and get that stuff out of your thought processes. And if you want to listen to something, and even if it seems negative, try to fill out both sides of it. And that's kind of where I'm at this morning. I don't want you guys to climb on board a negative slant for the rest of your week and ride that out. Think about it sometimes, man. Does it have to be negative? Do you have to respond in a negative way? Okay. Is this making sense to you? Does it sound like a whole bunch of psychoanalytical babble? If you feeling what I'm saying, drop something in the comments. If you ain't feeling what I'm saying, drop something in the comments. But remember, the energy you give is the energy you get back. And as always, comment, like, and subscribe to the Be Real with D Real page so that you can get new alerts when new material comes out. I will be back with another one of them other ones. And until then, y'all be good. Be good to each other.